Hi, Hay House. I am Maria Gambino. I'm a licensed psychotherapist in New York and Connecticut, and I'm a certified conscious parenting coach, certified life coach, and I'm the creator of the Adult Frequency Method, which is a 6-phase guide to emotional maturity in adulthood. Now, the book I'm proposing to you is called Adult Frequency: Why You're Anxious, Why You're Stuck, and the Emotional Curriculum to Break Free. This book is a journey for the reader from their static self to their true adult self. And I use the core metaphor of the emotional radio. So what I claim is that we're in a static version of ourselves, not really hearing the clear music of our lives, because we have been raised in a pain intolerant culture. We don't even know that. And we've been missing an emotional curriculum in childhood. We don't even realize that. No one is teaching emotional systems in childhood, how to move through emotional pain. Our only education really has been emotional suppression, which is miseducation. Knock it off. Be a good girl. Be a good boy. Go to your room. I don't want to hear it. Don't be so sensitive. Don't be so dramatic. These were self-abandonment directives, and that's essentially what we were taught on how to handle our emotional experiences. And so when you don't have ample experience moving through emotional pain, how are you going to get good at it? So I claim that we are living in an epidemic of emotional immaturity, less because of anxiety and reactivity and emotional stuckness being a pathology problem. It's more emotional underdevelopment, and no one's really talking about this. And when you are raised in an environment that suppresses emotional experience repeatedly, there's a lot of distortions that come with that. Emotional invalidation, emotional misattunement, pain, shame, feeling discrimination. We're all out of whack. And so when you're developed in this kind of distortion, this is the static self, like any distorted signal. It's a lot of noise, a lot of interference with truth. And so this book guides readers from their static self to their true adult self, which is where emotional maturity and emotional adulthood exists. And I guide readers on a journey to clear their static so that they can see clearly these distortions that, we are living in an epidemic of emotional immaturity. And no one did train my emotional system. And I was punished for big feelings. And you start seeing how your anxiety, your reactivity, and your emotional stuckness is the predictable outcome to this madness that we're not really talking about. Without a proper teacher or trainer or role model, because the further back you go, parents, grandparents, the less equipped people were. PTSD wasn't even a diagnosis until 1980. So without any emotional direction, we've had to improvise. So I claim we all have an inner army of psychological soldiers doing the job of taking care of emotional pain. We have our perfectionist and our workaholic and our people pleaser, class clown. And this system of protection is going, and what we think is our personality is in many ways this system. And this is the static self. It's the emotionally immature self. It is the underdeveloped nervous system that prioritizes protection over truth. So I guide readers on a journey to clear their static so that they can arrive at the adult station on the radio. Now, the static stations, there's 3 of them, and readers are unconsciously cycling between those 3 throughout the day. So with case examples, I show what it looks like in real life when a 45-year-old can act like a 7-year-old or a 15-year-old under emotional activation. Their dial is going from their functional frequency to their child frequency to their adolescent frequency, and it goes like this all day long, and we don't know that. This book is to depathologize people because they feel stuck and they believe it's a personal failure rather than a systemic failure. I also uncover what I call blind spot trauma, which is all of the invisible developmental injuries that occur when you live in a society like this that's not being named. There's a chronic gaslighting effect too. We've been really injured in childhood, and it shapes our nervous systems, and we live a life of protection, and we don't even know any of this. My goal is to make and deliver the emotional curriculum that we should have gotten all along to mature our nervous systems, to deliver it to the mainstream and teach people they're not the problem. This is a very healing book for people, and it's more of an emotional evolution, to be honest, because we do need to know that emotions are biological. We don't even know that. We need to know that emotions are not feelings. We're missing the basics. So this book is here to deliver it. I hope to hear from you.